Let's hit the field.
It is Thursday, June 12th, and the Yankees were taking on the Royals. Aaron Judge not in the lineup against Seth Lugo, but the Yankees still going for the sweep. My recap and your reactions coming up next. This is Pinstripe Territory.
Just wanted to talk, that's all.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome back. Welcome back. Nights like tonight are honestly the toughest shows to put together. Pitchers duel. A lot of good defense on both sides, but not a lot of offense. But at the end of the day, the Yankees won 1-0, and they sweep the 3-game set. And we got a little win streak happening.
Wow, winning.
Look, I love a good pitcher's duel as much as anyone, but I'll admit I enjoy my job a little bit more when it's, 10-2 like it was a couple of nights ago. 25 minutes of show, and sometimes you're stretching content because, let's face it, nobody wants to watch me analyze, 15 ground outs to second base. But here's what we're doing tonight. We're going to give Will Warren his flowers because he was absolute nails tonight. We actually had contributions from Pablo Reyes for once. We'll hit some Statcast stuff, see who's doing what with the metrics, and we'll put a bow on this series sweep for the Yankees. And, of course, we got to talk about this upcoming series with the Red Sox, why it actually matters. But before we get rolling, just a heads up, tomorrow, our pregame show, 5:30 p.m., we're going to have my guy Ray Fonseca on. Ray's been on a few times, and if you know Ray, he does not hold back, especially when it comes to Aaron Boone. So if you want some fireworks, you're going to want to tune in for that one. But we got a quick super chat here. Special lineup gets it done. Yeah, I guess you could say that. It was more like the pitching got it done tonight, and the defense, really solid defense tonight from the Yankees. Let's move on to the recap here. So Aaron Judge was out of the lineup, first time all year. He did get into the game, but if you're going to give him a night off or at least not start him, this is the time to do it. We got a couple of calls. Why did they bench Judge or whatever? Look, you've already got the series wrapped up. You're on the road. He hasn't had a day off all year long. This is probably a good time to do it. We're in the middle of a stretch of 16 straight games. I was going to make a crack about how he's tired from carrying the offense all year, but that's not really true. Goldschmidt's had a great year. Wells has been money lately. Bellinger has contributed. Jazz has been good lately. But he was out of the lineup tonight with a groin, or he was out of the lineup tonight, and Jazz was out of the lineup with a groin issue. And so the bottom of the lineup tonight was not exactly murderer's row. We had J.C. Escarra, Pablo Reyes, and Oswald Peraza in there. And look, the Yankees actually almost broke it open right after the rain delay in the 6th inning. Cody Bellinger smashed one into the left field gap. Probably a double or a home run in Boston this weekend, but lots of room out there in KC, and Isbell tracked it down and made a phenomenal catch to save some runs. That's baseball. I thought Jason Dominguez made a really nice play in the bottom of the 6th inning. India was up, and he smoked one to left field. Could have gone for extra bases, but Dominguez got there, made a tremendous throw to second base to hold him to a single. That might have changed the whole inning. Yankees ended up getting out of it without any run scoring, obviously. We had a tremendous Jeter-style play from Anthony Volpe in the 7th inning to get the speedy Salvador Perez. To be fair, he is quite slow, but still a great play from the kid. Judge pinch hit in the 8th inning, and he struck out on what was obviously a bad call. The same pitch before that was called a ball. This one got called a strike. Breaking ball clearly inside off the plate. Next year, ABS will fix that if you have challenges left in the game, which is not a guarantee, but did not help Judge tonight, obviously. Yankees ended up taking the lead on a wild play. Goldschmidt singled off the first baseman's glove. Reyes was coming around third base and almost fell down, picked it back up, and barely scored. He also played good defense tonight. That play reminded me of Enrique Wilson in the 98 ALCS. Some of you remember this. There was a play at first base. Knobloch was pointing at the ball instead, or he was actually pointing at the bag while the ball was rolling away. And the play was still going on. And Enrique Wilson was coming around third base, and he was like windmilling because he was losing his balance. He ended up scoring, but the headline on the paper the next day, I think it was New York Post, might have been the Times, said blockhead, and I still one of my favorite headlines of all time. But we had a great outing from Devin Williams tonight to close it out. Gutsy fastball to finish it off. I thought for sure he was going to go with the airbender, but fastball right down the middle for strike 3, and the Yankees sweep the series.
Game over. Yankees win. Yankees win.
Now, I see some calls for Reyes to get the belt. I'm going to go ahead and level with you. I'm not giving the belt to Reyes. Look, he made a couple of nice plays. His contributions were decent. We're going to give him an honorable mention. But I thought Will Warren was tremendous tonight. He went 5 2/3 innings of scoreless ball. And I've actually got 5 innings on the screen, but I'm going to fix it real quick. And he was tremendous. Lowered his ERA under 5. We'll highlight him in a minute. But first, we got to give out some hardware. Will Warren with the belt. Really solid performance. Pound in the zone. Didn't have as many strikeouts as usual. Less strikeouts in innings pitched, which is unusual for him. But gutsy performance. I thought it was kind of a quick hook. Let's go ahead and spotlight him. Let's get to the spotlight real quick.
Pitcher spotlight.
So he bounced back. He had a couple of tough games. Obviously, the Dodgers ate his lunch. And then last time he pitched, I think it was 5 good innings, and then he fell apart in about the 6th inning. Tonight, much different guy. He was pounding the zone. He was mixing his pitch as well. He wasn't getting as many strikeouts or whiffs as usual. He only had 5 whiffs tonight. But, he hung in there. I was worried about him coming back after the rain delay because sometimes that can disrupt the guy's rhythm. And, if you have to sit for 30, 40 minutes, it can throw you off. Your muscles can start to stiffen up. And that might have been the reason that we had kind of a quick hook with him tonight. But he ended up completing 5 2/3 innings. He allowed 4 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 4 strikeouts. He topped out at 94.9 miles an hour. All in all, a tremendous, tremendous performance. He did leave a man on first base, and then my worry switched to Tim Hill, who's not been great lately. But with a guy on first base, lefty up, it was pretty much smooth sailing. He was able to get the out, and the Yankees escaped further trouble. So let's highlight the sweep. I know a lot of people kind of tune out on these late games. Luckily, we're getting done fairly early tonight. The last couple of games have been long because of the offense, but a 1-0 game with some quick outs, even with the rain delay. I mean, we were looking at maybe like an hour and 45-minute game when the rain showed up. But, the starting pitching was tremendous in this series. Max Fried, 9-1 now. Clark Schmidt was phenomenal. Lowered his ERA to 3.60. And then tonight, Will Warren with 5 2/3 shutout innings and picking up the belt. Aaron Judge homered in back-to-back games before getting most of tonight off. I don't know if you guys remember this. There was a tweet about, a couple months ago that went kind of viral. It was about Aaron Judge, and it was about how most of his home runs are at Yankee Stadium, and they're kind of like, cheap or whatever, short porch or whatever. Somebody who obviously doesn't watch Aaron Judge's home runs very often. Sure, he hits some short porch home runs, but they said if he played in KC, he wouldn't hit for the kind of power that he does. Well, first pitch that he saw in the series, he damn near hit it out of the entire stadium. He almost hit it out of Kansas. Anyway, nice series for Judge. Couple of home runs, reached 25. The 0-for-1 tonight has him down to 392 with a 1.264 OPS on the season. Just having a phenomenal, legendary season. Austin Wells had a good series. He's heating up. He has begun his annual summer, hot streak. Jazz Chisholm hurting. He did not play tonight. He had a little bit of a groin issue. He had a neck issue a few days ago. You just want to give him a day or two off. Maybe even give him tomorrow off against the Red Sox just to make sure he's, back to feeling good. But it was weird how much the Yankees hit the last couple of nights, and then tonight everything was quiet. It's almost like if you take the MVP out of the lineup and put your 3 worst hitters at the bottom against a really good pitcher, it's difficult to score. But anyway, now they head to Boston. LeMahieu, by the way, didn't play tonight either. He's been looking solid, and the defense got it done tonight. Defense was phenomenal, not only Reyes, but Volpe, Dominguez. So a really, really good series for the Yankees. And I wanted to take some time now to look at some Statcast data. We've got 5 players. We do this occasionally. We'll just go through 4 or 5 people and just kind of see how everybody's doing. There's been a lot of talk lately about Ben Rice because Stanton's coming back. And Ben Rice has been exceptionally unlucky this year. His xWOBA is 406. His expected batting average is 293. Instead, he's hitting 235 because he hits line drives right at guys. Right at guys. His expected slugging is 565. His actual slugging is 480. I mean, just really unlucky. His average exit velocity is 94.4 in the 98th percentile of Major League Baseball. He just hits the ball so freaking hard. Tonight he hit one to center field that got tracked down, but he absolutely smoked it. Barrel percentage, hard hit percentage, bat speed, chase percentage, all phenomenal. I hope they continue to get him at bats even when Stanton comes back. We're going to see him at catcher more, but really good start to the year for Ben Rice. Talk about Austin Wells. As he begins to heat up, he's got the average up to 228, which is his actual career average. You'd like to see that come up. I'm still a batting average guy. I still like a guy who gets a high percentage of hits. I like hits and walks. I think of a good hitter these days as 270 plus because league average is about 245, right? So if you hit 270, you're well above average. It's not, people just don't hit 300 very often anymore. And Judge, forget about it, hitting basically 400. But I'd like to see him hit closer to 250 with his power. He does have 11 home runs. He's on pace for 27 home runs. He's on pace for over 100 RBIs. Those are Posada numbers, and he's doing a good job behind the plate. You see the fielding run value in the 82nd percentile. He hasn't been particularly unlucky. If anything, he's gotten a couple of points. His expected batting average is 226, so 2 points lower than his actual average. But his average exit velocity is good. So what does this tell us? I mean, is there really a correlation between exit velocity and the amount of hits you get? If we see this tremendous exit velocity from Ben Rice and from Austin Wells and just, doesn't always add up to hits, that tells me that they're positioning them well and they're hitting into some outs. But his hard hit percentage, his bat speed, both damn near elite. Barrel percentage is good. Really, on defense, it's the framing that keeps him above average. Everything else is below average. So you wonder how that'll change with the ABS. How many runs will he actually save with his framing? Let's talk about Trent Grisham. He got off to an amazing start this year. You're seeing some of the numbers come back down to earth. He was in the 90th percentile for a lot of the year, but he's fallen with the average from around, 300 to, 241. Still got decent power, 13 home runs, but has not hit many lately. Continues to play solid defense. Yesterday he made a couple of really nice diving catches. I was surprised to see his defensive run value is barely above average. It's in the 54th percentile. Just really, really, just average. I mean, but he looks so comfortable out there. So anyway, all right. So arm strength, positive for him. Cody Bellinger, one of the big offseason pickups. His fielding run value is in the 91st percentile. It's been great. His batting run value is well above average. Sweet spot, 80th percentile. Squared up percentage in the 75th percentile. Whiff percentage, K percentage, walk percentage, all really good. But the fielding has been just phenomenal. I mean, what I noticed with him is he takes great routes, not only on fly balls, but on hits, on balls that hit off the wall. I bet he was good at geometry in high school because he has really good angles, right? He takes great angles. And his speed, he's always hustling. He never jogs out of the box. He never dogs it. He's got 3 triples this year. So I think the power is going to go up a little bit too. I mean, he had, 18 home runs last year. He's got 9 already, and that's with a slow start. I think he's going to have 20 home runs this year. And I think he's going to hit for a higher average than 258 too. Again, really slow start. I think 270 with 20 home runs and really great defense is worth, obviously the price that we're paying for him, which is a lot of money to you and me, but for a Major League Baseball player, you can certainly pay a lot more for his skill set. And then Paul Goldschmidt. He's down to 310, but got the big hit tonight. Continues to be clutch, having not an MVP caliber season, but certainly all-star consideration. If not a starter, probably a reserve. Batting run value in the 85th percentile, base running value in the 69th percentile. His expected batting average is lower than his actual, so he has been a little bit lucky. He's hit some soft, bloop type of hits that have dropped in. His sweet spot is great. Bat speed still well above average for a 37-year-old. Whiff percentage, strikeout percentage. That's one of the reasons I contend why the Yankees offense has been so much better this year, is that they're not striking out. They're not striking out as much. Not everybody is selling out for power. Even guys like Rizzo, who were supposed to be, more of a complete hitter. He struck out so much and so many weak ground balls to second base. So, that's where we're at. Let's take a look at Jason Dominguez, because I feel like he deserves a little of attention for his rookie year. His fielding run value is still not great, but it's climbing. Remember, the last time we looked at him, he was in the second percentile, so he's raised it 6%. It's still -4 on the defensive runs saved. Batting run value, 60th percentile, so well above average. Base running percentile, 90th percentile. He hits the ball hard. Again, not a huge correlation between hitting the ball hard and actual hits. And I blame positioning and data these days. Walk percentage is elite, especially for a 22-year-old kid. I still contend the future is insanely bright for this kid. I want to look at I want to look at the walk-off. I want to look at it. You guys want to watch it? Let's watch it. I've watched it 100 times. Let's watch it. Bam! Oh, there it goes. Windmill. Helicopter. He knows it. Everybody knows it. Let's watch it. Second deck. Mars attacks. All right, quick word from Harry's, and then back with final comments as we wrap up a series. In baseball, as in life, it's all about having that extra edge, that little extra half second of a swing, the late break on a slider, or the grit to outlast your opponent on a hot afternoon. Same goes for shaving. Harry's gives you the edge where it counts. I tried the $5 trial set, and honestly, it's like the ace of my bathroom rotation. The handle's weighted just right, the razor is smooth, and the foaming shave gel lathers better than anything I have used before. I keep my beard tight around the jawline, clean edges, no irritation. Harry's handles it with ease. Even the packaging is big league. And their body wash, I've got the redwood scent. It's like a fresh cut field on opening day. Get the edge on your shave with Harry's razors. Normally their trial set is $10, but right now you can get it for just $5 at harrys.com/stripe. That's harrys.com/stripe for a $5 trial set. Oh, I still got Frankie up here. Let me put my solo. I was going to have two people on tonight. Aiden was supposed to join us tonight, but he got a little sidetracked, so he couldn't make it. So had to throw this together at the last minute. Aiden is typically my Statcast guy, but we went solo tonight. We had a request to look at Volpe. Now, we did look at him last night when Frankie was on, and, I mean, he's above average in everything. Batting run value, base running value, fielding run value. Again, 24 years old. He's not a superstar, but he's reliable. And again, a great play tonight, even though it was a slow runner. He got the job done. I think he's going to have about, 16, 17 home runs this year. I think he'll probably hit closer to 250, 260. He seems to be using right field better. The on-base percentage is up. Let's just see if he can avoid the second half slump. I feel like a big problem with Volpe the last few years is that he gets tired, and he plays better after he gets a rest. I wanted to show you guys this spray chart. He's hitting a lot more balls to right field. Not as many line drives to left field. He's taking a more concerted approach. You see doubles down the line. You see balls up the middle. You see power to right field. You see power to all fields. So, I'm on the Volpe hype train still. I mean, there were times this year early on where he looked bad, but he's put it together, and I'm changing my tune a little bit on him. We got a call here about the lineup.
Hey, Derek, what is Boone thinking resting Judge on a night that he's got three other starters on the bench? The lineup tonight is a joke.
Yeah, to be fair, that call came in before the game, and we ended up getting one run. Thankfully, the pitching stepped up. Look, this day and age, especially a guy as big as Judge, you really should get some days off. I mean, the Yankees don't play in a dome. They play in the open air, so you got to deal with the heat, the weather, the rain. I mean, he played a ton of games at center field last year. That's got to wear and tear your body. I mean, you got to look for any opportunities you can to get this guy some rest. And the fact that they were able to give him most of the night off and still get the win, hey, I'll take it. DuBois Wonder says, I watch every game, and Volpe has been solid on both sides. I got to agree. He's been solid. Not a superstar, but solid. And sometimes you need solid. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'll be back tomorrow, 5:30 pregame with my guy Ray Fonseca, and we're going to talk about Aaron Boone, and then we're going to watch Yankees Red Sox. Terrence Cam will be on for the evening, and then hopefully the Yankees will get a little bit of revenge after losing 2 out of 3 in their home ballpark. Maybe they can take at least 2 out of 3 in Fenway and shut up some of those Fenway faithful. But I will see you guys tomorrow. Thanks for watching. Enjoy your night. Go Yanks. One more time.
Game over. Yankees win. The Yankees win.
See you when I see you. If you made it this far, do us a favor, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and join our community. You can also be a part of the show by calling in at 718-899-1068. Also, part of the way that we maintain and fund all of this is through nydesigns.shop. Check it out now. Get all sorts of fun Yankees merch, hats, hoodies, zip-ups, beanies, mugs, you name it. We've got it. Check it out, nydesigns.shop. And check out Pinstripe Territory on all your favorite podcast platforms. We are the official Yankees podcast of the Foul Territory Network. We're here for post-game shows after every single game, and we're here before a lot of games to talk about the game, preview the lineup, the pitching matchups, and things like that. And we're here all off-season to talk about the latest in Yankees rumors, news, etc. Join our community. We'll see you next time.